here we are at the Wayfinder. We're on the second floor, which is the lobby. We're going down to the first floor where the Life Master Pairs is playing. Nothing else there, and then a lot of the smaller events are going to be up on the third floor. So we'll have a look at those floors when we get there. And then there are some of our friends playing in the GNTs, the Grand National teams for A, B and C. They're somewhere on this floor here. I think we saw Kyle over there. He's through to round 2 or something. Beans has walked away. Oh, there he is. There he is. Nice and spacious here. And we're going up some escalators at some point. No, we're going to find the down ones. Oh, there they are. There's some down ones or up ones there. So we're going to have a bit of a wander around. We've got about 6 teams in the GNTs with Disco people on. Kyle's in the A. Who's in the B that made it?
I don't think anybody in B made it.
Did he not?
No, I think both teams lost.
And then we've got about 4 teams in the C that made it. So we've got Kai, who stayed with us in Louisville. We've got some other people. Oh, Rassen and Dr. Dogman. It'd be nice if we see Rassen again. Is that Marusha? Yeah, that's Marusha. She's waving to me. There we go. So we're going to wander our way downstairs, just over there, and then we will see. Oh, there's Adam Kaplan. No, Adam Gossack, sorry. And this bothered me the first time I came to America. Normally we would go walk on the left, but we're walking on the right now. And all the escalators in my mind are backwards. Did you make it? Day 2?
We were up 42 at the half and I didn't play it.
Oh, that's why. So that's Cope. He was up 42 with 1 set to go. Sorry? Life Master Pairs. Cheers. He was up 42 and then he sat out and then he didn't make it. So that's what he says anyway. So let's believe him. I believe him that that's what's happened. And so we're down on the bottom floor. You can see lots of people you may or may not recognise. And we've got some pastries, so I'm going to help myself to a morning pastry, and we'll probably be in one of the rooms down here. So we'll show you what the playing area looks like. It's probably that room there that someone's just walked in. But more importantly, breakfast. So Nikki, this is Ben. Hi Ben. This is Nikki.
Hi.
And Nikki has got this for Beans.
The new Cobra Kai season is dropping, so we had to bring a symbol of good luck to the Beans Squared Enterprise.
So we're going to make Beans wear this, and it'll be on his jersey. Every time he does something good, we'll zoom into it. This is amazing, some sort of pin. So I'm going to give it back to Nikki. Nikki's going to gift it to Beans, and he's going to be wearing this. So if you want to know why he's wearing it, it's a gift. He is a fan of Cobra Kai. So this is the room we're in, and every time I come to these events, I'm just amazed at how many tables they can fit into a single room. You can see it goes all the way to that wall. Sections and sections and sections and sections. And we're sitting there, but that's not our starting seat. But then you keep going, and you think it must end soon. And you keep going. Oh my God, it's got to end now. Oh my God, this is just monstrously big. I don't know if the whole thing is going to be filled, but you can see every time you've got one of these pillars with a letter on it, that's a section of around 13 tables. So this H will be 2 rows here with a total of 13 tables in. You can see how many sections they're expecting, all the way down to N, which is going to be like 14 sections or something. I think N's the 14th letter of the alphabet, so that's there. And then what they'll do is, at the end of the first set, they'll put the results up here. So you can look at these from days and days and kind of lift them up. So if you were sat north-south in the first set, your results will come up here. And then if you sat east-west in the second set, you get them all the way around here. So it's a bit old-fashioned. You have to go and kind of walk up to a wall, but they are online too, so it's not like they're not online here. And these will get posted up here, so I'll show you one of these later. But you can see it's filling up now. So I've chatted to some friends. I've seen Steph and Nikki and Ben. Ben's still chatting to someone over there. There's Nikki. Who else have we seen? We've seen Mr. ATC as well. I've seen Zosha, but she didn't say hi, so I'll go and catch up with her at some point. There's Mr. ATC. Drew. But yeah, you might see some people. There's Avery and a fella, I think. But yeah, just massive, 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 and Steph's sat over there, so lots and lots of people. But we'll be ready to start in about 15 minutes, I think, so people are still filling in. James Thrower, how dare you? He told someone to do something I don't like. I'm not going to say what it is, but thankfully the person who met me forgot what it was, didn't do it, so ha ha ha, chucker, he forgot. We're doing alright, we're about 8 or 10 boards in. Hi Alex. We're about 8 or 10 boards in. We're doing alright. We've had 3 plus rounds, 1 negative round, maybe, something like that. Future Steve's going to talk about a hand where he played in 3N and against Sarek. That was the very second board we played. First one I played. So I'll talk through about that, but so far, so good. As mistakes go, I'm not sure we've made a mistake. I don't think. I think there was one board that if I could see through the cards, I would have done better at. Maybe I can do that. Maybe, we'll see. If I run out of things to do, I'll do that one as well. But so far, I've done alright, I think so. Over to Future Steve, who's going to talk about a 3N I played against Sarek. So enjoy. So this was against Sarek. This is my hand. I open 1 strong no trump, partner raises to 3, and they lead the 10 of hearts. When you're playing match points, it was the second board we played in the whole event. What are our thoughts on what we're going to do? Well, have a quick count of your tricks. You've got 2 spades, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds. So you need to sort of set up some tricks. Now, there's obviously tricks available in every suit. They've given you a heart trick on the lead, so you're up to 7. You can definitely force another diamond trick. That's 8. You might be able to force 1 or even 2 club tricks. That's 9 or 10. You're going to make somewhere between 7 and 12 tricks here. If everything works, you might make 12. If nothing works, you might make 7 or 8. So the first question we ask ourselves, and maybe the most important question at hand, is whether we play the Jack of Hearts at trick 1. And they're playing second and fourths. They will lead the 10 from shortage, from 10x, 10, 10-9 doubleton, 10x, they'll lead the 10. They'll also lead it as an interior sequence. So there's not too much clues of the lead. It's not necessarily a strong 10. But from 10-9 to 4 or 10-9 to 5, they'll lead the 10. But from Queen 10-9 or Ace 10-9 or Ace Queen 10-9, although that's a bit of a weird lead, they're going to lead the 10 as well. But from Ace Queen 10-9, I don't think you'd lead that suit unless you've got 5 or 6 of them and they haven't overcalled. So the first question we ask ourselves is whether we play the Jack of trick 1. And if you have a quick think, I think it's quite easy to come to the right conclusion that withholding the Jack is probably correct. If West is leading from a 5-card suit, East could have something like Queen Doubleton, and playing the Jack allows East to unblock the Queen and allows West to cash all their hearts if you ever get in. Imagine if East has got Queen Doubleton and you don't play the Jack. What does East play at trick 1? They have to retain the Queen because it beats the Jack in dummy, otherwise you get in an extra trick potentially. And so if they retain the Queen, they block the suit, so you're allowed to then lose a trick to East and they can't unblock the hearts. If East has got Ace X, there's nothing you can do. They're going to play the Ace and play 1 back. But if East has got specifically Queen X, retaining the Jack in dummy was the one that was the main holding I was thinking of. And if they've got like Ace Queen X or Ace Queen to 4, it doesn't really matter what you do. The 10's going to knock out one of your stops and they're going to make the rest of the hearts. So you're playing specifically for like Singleton Queen or Queen X, I think, when you're playing this, when you're withholding the Jack, and that's when it gains. So at trick 1, we withhold the Jack, East plays a 6, and you win with a King. So now what do we do? Well, we've got tricks available in every suit. What suit do we attack first? I decided to play, I actually think I played the King of Clubs. I think I wanted to try and get count. So I've obviously programmed this wrong. Play the King of Clubs. If you just play the King and they're not playing Smith, they'll give you count on the suit, you see. Because when you lead the King, they might decide, oh, a partner might need to know whether to hold up or not. I'll give count. And they'll both be thinking the same thing. But I played the Ace and the Queen appears. Now, they could be playing that from Queen 10 Doubleton. It's unlikely they're going to play it from Queen 10 X, otherwise they've thrown a trick away. So we're not necessarily just going to play a small club to the 9 straight away in case he's being tricky and played it from Queen 10 Doubleton. You never know, it is Sarek. So We're now up to, we've got the heart trick on the lead, we've got an extra club trick in the jack, and hopefully we've probably got 2 extra club tricks. So it looks like we're definitely making this now. Things would have to lie pretty poorly. I mean, obviously there's a danger that if they get in, they can cash 4 heart tricks. So we've got to try and avoid letting them get in. But we're also playing match points, so we need to try and make the most number of tricks. And I tried something a bit greedy here. I tried the Jack of Diamonds out of hand, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to run it or not, but thankfully West covered. So now we're up to lots of tricks. We're going to make quite a few tricks here, but what I didn't want to do is play King of Clubs, club to dummy to check they were breaking, and then I wouldn't be unable to take the spade finesse or the diamond finesse because I wouldn't have the quick entries back to my hand. So the reason I played the Jack of Diamonds there was so that I've got these King of Clubs as an entry to get back to my hand to either pick up the clubs or play a spade to the jack or something like that later on. So I win the diamond. Now I don't know if diamonds are breaking. If diamonds are 3-3, we've got lots of tricks. We're up to like 11 tricks now, assuming we can make all the clubs. So before we check whether the diamonds are breaking, we're going to put some pressure on someone who's got short clubs. That'll be East here, and we're going to try and draw all the clubs. So you need to play a club to the king so you can finesse the 10, and East through the 8 of spades, which is a discouraging spade. It might mean that East has the Queen of Spades, but they've got better hearts and they want a heart back or something like that. So there's no guarantee that the 8 denies the Queen. It might just mean that they prefer hearts and they're giving attitude to say, I don't have anything in spades, please play a heart, that sort of thing. So we cash some clubs. East plays another spade. We cash a club and East plays a diamond. Well, that's good news. It probably means the diamonds are coming in now. East could have had a doubleton originally, in which case West has a diamond stock. But as long as East has got another diamond, the diamonds are coming in. So we're making lots and lots of tricks. My guess is East is discarding a diamond from a initial 3-card suit. So we'll play diamonds to 10 and a diamond to the king. And our 5 of diamonds is good. Now, East now throws the Queen of Hearts. So what on earth is East doing? And I had a bit of table feel for this, but if we try and construct what East's hand is, East has 3 diamonds and a club, so East has 9 cards in the majors, and West has led a heart. So East is likely to have a lot of spades, and why are they throwing the Queen of Hearts here? Maybe they're unblocking, but we know earlier that if East originally had Queen X of Hearts, that unblocking the Queen effectively gives up a trick. I know I'm in the wrong hand to lead towards the jack, but it's still probably a dangerous thing to do unless you're sort of forced into doing it. So what is East having to guard if they're throwing away the Queen of Hearts? Well, it can only really be the Queen to 3 spades. If you had Queen to 4 at this point, you could just throw a spade away. So it can only really be the Queen to 3 spades and the Ace Queen of Hearts as their last 5 cards. And for whatever reason, East has worked out that South has 3 spades. And is doing this. So if East has come down to Queen 3rd spade and a stiff Ace of Hearts, what do we do now? Well, it's dead easy. We just took a heart. East wins the Ace and now has to play a spade back because that's all they've got left. If they've got a heart as well, doesn't really matter. We've now got 3 winning cards left. We've got the Ace King of Spades and the Jack of Hearts. So they played a spade back and I effectively claimed cash, cash, cash. And you can see the whole hand here. And if we go back all the way to the start and show the whole hand, there's actually no answer to this squeeze. They're actually squeezed, and it's a rare squeeze. It's called a squeeze without the count, and they're much harder to plan for because what you do with the squeeze without the count is you lose the trick that you try to lose normally after the squeeze has been played. So in this particular point, when we get all the way down to the point where he's squeezed, you can see that he's able to throw 3 spades away. But what does he throw on this one here? He's actually squeezed. He's got Queen 3rd spade left. If he throws another spade left, just by number of spades, I'm going to make the last 3 spade tricks and I'll concede a heart at the end. So he felt like he had to bear the Queen of Hearts and hoped I get it wrong. But obviously, I like my squeezes. I spotted it. And Sarek's a nice guy and he's easy to squeeze. So that was that hand. I quite enjoyed it. Squeeze without the counts don't come up very often, and it was a good start to the day for us. I found a nice chair. We're doing all right. We just had a bad board though, so I'll just go through it here. This is your hand, and you're defending 4 hearts. It's gone 2N on your right, transfer to hearts on your left, so it goes 2 and 4 diamonds, 4 hearts. So you're in lead against 4 hearts, and Beans hasn't doubled 4 diamonds, so there's no reason to lead a diamond. And do you lead a spade? That could be dangerous. Do you lead a club? No. So you're sort of forced into a heart lead, which isn't ideal, but Beans has got 2 hearts at most, so you might be picking up something that's onside anyway. So you lead a heart, and dummy goes down with what you can see, and Declarer wins the ace of hearts at trick 1 and plays the king of hearts. Beans discards the 2 of clubs, no, the 5 of clubs, I think, which looks low. And then on the 3rd heart, which you follow into, Beans discards a high-ish spade, like the 8 of spades or something. So you know Beans has likely, initially, if he's discarding a club and then a spade, and so the spade is count, so he's probably got 3 spades, and he's likely to have 5 clubs to the ace here because he's encouraged clubs. And at trick 4, so it's gone 3 rounds of hearts and Beans is sort of shaped out, and trick 4, Beans, Declarer plays ace king and another spade. So there's ace king, everyone follows, another spade, you play the 10 or the whatever, and they rough it. So they roughed out the spades. And Beans discards another club at this point. Beans has come down to probably a 3-card club suit. And so Declarer then plays a diamond to the 10 and your king. Now what are you going to do? Well, if Beans initially started with 5 clubs and 4 diamonds, it doesn't really matter what you do, it depends where the 9 of diamonds is. But if Beans starts with 6 clubs and 3 diamonds, you need to cash your club tricks now. So what do you do? Because if Declarer's got 4 diamonds, they might be able to kind of finesse Beans' remaining diamond on it and throw Dummy's club away. Now Beans has encouraged clubs, so you know Beans has got the ace of clubs, which means Declarer must have the ace of diamonds to their bid. And when they play the diamond to the 10, they've either got ace or ace queen, and if they've got ace queen, we need to be a rush to get our club tricks. And so I lazily played the king of clubs and then a small club to Matt. And now he's end played. He either has to lead away from his queen of diamonds, or he tries to cash a club and it gets rough. But Declarer had 4 clubs, so we set Declarer's club up. So Declarer made a club trick with queen x opposite 4 to the 9. So it wasn't ideal. I think the better defence for me, Beans has signalled quite well. The better defence for me is to play a small club to Matt's ace. Actually, it would have gone a small club, and if you look at the full hand, it would have gone a small club to Matt's 10, and then Matt would underlead his ace of clubs to get me in to lead a diamond through. He wouldn't do that without the 9 of diamonds, but with the 9 of diamonds he would do that. So that's how we beat it. So that's probably the biggest mistake I've made so far. I mean, I've just let through a contract that should go off. But you've got to be careful in the fence. It's not like it should go off automatically. You need to be careful here. And the other way, it could always go off if Matt discards a diamond, but he doesn't know which minor to keep. I've signalled clubs with my hearts, but I've got both minors at kings. Which one do I signal? I can't signal diamonds because I'm either signaling for clubs or spades with my heart, so I thought I'd signal for clubs. So Matt knows I've got the king of clubs, so he threw a club away. If Matt throws a diamond away, again we beat it. So I think it's a mistake on both our parts, but other than that, I think we're above average though. So on hospitality break number 2, I think we've let through 2 tricks, but we're being a bit critical when we're doing this because we generally defend quite well. And there's been 2 contracts where we've let through an extra trick, maybe a third, like the one that early on. I'm still not sure whether I'm right to do what I did. Anyway, more importantly, we defended well on this one. So here is my hand. You have Jack to 3, King Queen 10x, Queen to 3, Queen to 3. And the bidding goes 1 spade on your right, 1 no trump forcing on your left, 2 spades on your right, pass, pass, pass. So you're lead against 2 spades. You just got to lead a top part, I think. If the jack's and dummy, shrug. Partner could still have the ace. Partner could have the jack. Dummy could have jack X or something. So it's not like it's a dangerous lead, and anything else just could be bad. So you lead the king of hearts, and dummy goes down with what you can see, and they win the ace of hearts at trick 1, and they play a spade off dummy. Beans plays the 10, and Declarer plays a top spade, and then Declarer plays another top spade, Beans plays the 9, and then the Declarer plays a small spade, so your Jack and Beans is Queen. And Beans plays a second heart, so you think when he plays 10 of spades and 9 of spades that he's signalling for hearts. Technically, maybe he has Jack of hearts, but when Beans plays the 8 of hearts and Declarer plays the Jack and you win with the Queen, one thing you could do, Declarer 7 hearts and mummy, you could just play a heart and force Declarer, but you know he's got 6 spades, it's not going to work. What could be worrying is that Declarer is going to have 2 more high cards probably in the minors, and Beans, you've got to think, why has Beans played the 10 of spades then the 9 of spades? Okay, the default would be 9 up the line, so if you had a club on, a Beans wouldn't play this way. So Beans must have a diamond on it, must be the king, you'd think, because in theory he's signaling for hearts, but he hasn't got anything in hearts, so he must be signaling for diamonds. So I now consider, well, is it right for me to play a diamond? It could be bad if Declarer's got Jack to next, but think about it. Declarer's got 6 spades and 2 hearts. He's going to be 2-3 in the minors some way round or other. The danger is, if Declarer's got ace king of clubs and another club, if we don't set up a diamond trick now, we're not going to get one. Because Declarer can play ace king of clubs, club, your queen wins, but now the ace of diamonds is an entry to the hearts. Hello?
I'm your fan.
I've got a fan there. So you trust your partner. You switch the queen. You switch from the queen of diamonds. Beans wins the king. Plays the diamond back. Beans also has the jack, so we didn't lose a trick there. And now we get the queen of clubs trick to keep it to 9. So it only kept it to 9. Obviously, it seems this would be a bit of a nothing ball, but at match points, it's very important. I could be lazy. I could just play another heart because it's safe and it doesn't give a trick away. But it allows Declarer to set up the 4th hand of clubs for a discard. So hats off to partner. He made it clear where his one high card was outside of trumps by playing trumps there, and we play suit preference in trumps. So a lot of people play high-low in trumps. Says I've got 3 of them I'm looking to rough. It's much more important, I think, to play suit preference, and that's what we do. So that was maybe a trick saved rather than a trick gained or something. So there will be people letting through 10 there, so we expect to get more than 50% on the board probably. Well done, Beans. We finished with 4%. I got to the bottom on the last board, or close to a bottom probably, by undervaluing a hand, and we missed game. Earlier on though, you have this hand, Queen 10. We're watching around for some people maybe to go with food with, but we might check out the food court. I imagine if we go to the food court, there'll be other people who join us. So let's should we wander to the food court? Do you want to lead the way? It means lead the way to the food court. You pick up this hand, you've got Queen 10 9x, 3 low, ace x, ace queen 4th, and they go 1 nebulous club on your right. You kind of want to bid with this hand. My spades are decent. I mean, as a 4-card suit, I wish I had better spades, but I have the 10 and the 9, so I thought, partner doesn't need much. Jack of spades fills the holes, that sort of thing. And when you overcome 4-card suits, I'm the believer that you need to have length in the suit open on your right, and I do have club length. And I've got no other bid I want to make, so if I want to bid on this hand, my only bid's a spade. So I'm in there with a spade, pass, 2 spades and means, pass, and it makes 9 tricks. The leader club, and they often do here, when you get to buy it and the hand that's open doesn't do anything else, you often get a club lead here. So either Beans is going to put down short clubs and I come with clubs in his hand, or he's going to put down club length and they're setting my second suit up, which is what happened on the deal. So as 4-card overcalls go, it's probably one of the worst ones I've done, but it paid off really well. We got a good board. We got a good board against people who kind of needed it more than we did. So so we'll take that. 54% in our section, so we might go up, might go down. I thought we were doing a bit better than that, I think, so maybe. We did have some mistakes and some errors, but nothing like, the very last board, no like abysmal ones, but the very last board was like 4% on potentially. If the last board is a 0, that's at least 2% we've lost, depending on what we would have got had we bid game. So yeah, we don't need too much more to qualify. We probably need like a 46% set in the second half. My guess is that over half the field qualifies today, and then about half qualifies tomorrow. Whittle it down to 78, we think. And the fields, that room's not full, but the field's probably somewhere in the 250 pairs, so they're going to whittle it down to about 150 odd. Then Beats is playing well, there isn't much wrong. And, you know, I thought you thought.
Yeah, that might just be our section, but yeah, I thought we were playing solid.
Yeah, we defended well, although we didn't defend perfectly. We defended well and we did some stuff. So, yeah, we're looking for, at some point, I'm going to have a poutine, which has got loaded fries. Maybe I'll do that now. But yeah, we're going to find food court or find something to eat somewhere, and then maybe have a look at the hands. So, back for the second half. I'll let you know what our true percentage was as well. So back from lunch, we went to a food hall and we were going up the escalator to have a look at the other area of play. We got 55.5%, so our section was a bit tougher than the whole field. You can see this is the other main floor. Now there's some things on the lobby, but a lot of the, I don't know what to phrase it, like the premium event, the biggest event seems to be on the bottom floor, which is where we are, and then a lot of the other ones are up here. So I think Ben and Nikki are playing in that. They got 54% or something. Hi Shakti.
All the way from England.
Yeah, Shakti. So Hull's mum. Hi Shakti.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So
Rahul is here.
I've seen him. Yeah. I'll catch up with you in a sec. You can see loads of tables and this is a really big room. That's Hull's mum. She's lovely. I don't know what's going on behind that curtain there, but something is. So basically, the amount of tables downstairs is at least doubled with all these. If you just look at the vast expanse of tables, and then I don't know about Europe, but in the UK, we just don't have venues of this magnitude. We just don't. Our buildings are less grandiose, I think. So we've also got fewer people and things. So. Yeah, and then there's some stuff going on down there. I don't know what's going on down there.
I'm playing with the pickup partner, but our teammates are.
And then there's the bookstall, so I'll look at that in a sec. So we're going to go back down for set 2, and if we finish with 55% on every set we play, we'll do way better than last year. So it's not like 55% is a bad score, but it just means it's a bit harder for us to get disqualified now. So I say disqualified, but you know what I mean. So you get to 4 spades, this is a play problem. You get to 4 spades and you open a spade. The next hand bids 2 hearts. Your partner bids 4 hearts and you sign it from 4 spades. So partner's shown like some sort of raise to 4 hearts. Anyway, you can see dummy goes down. Partner is void heart with 4 card spade support. So partner's got a pretty good raise here and they lead the 8 of clubs. So what's going through your mind? Well, you've got 2 diamonds to lose, and that's about it, really. You've got a club finesse for 11, maybe, and you've got all the spade pips. So you look at the 8 of clubs, and then you look at your pips, and you realise that there are no lower clubs in the defence's hand. So either they've led the 8 of clubs from like Jack third or King third, or it's a singleton. So do you risk the club finesse at trick 1? Well, you're playing match points, but partner's got a 9 count, so maybe there are some people who don't get to game. So just, obviously going off is going to be awful. So if you take the finesse and then they go diamond club ruff or club ruff diamond club ruff or something like that, you're in a bit of a predicament. So you go up with the ace of clubs at trick 1, and then how are you going to make it from this point? Although you haven't got many losers, you haven't got many winners. So do you try and make it in a complete cross ruff? Well, the danger is that at some point, if you try and make it on a complete cross ruff, you run out of spades in your hand that are high enough to ruff high with. So what do you do? Well, weirdly, you play to set the clubs up, but you do it in such a way that you don't suffer a ruff. So what you're going to do is play a club back at trick 2. And then you're going to use, when you start drawing trumps, you're going to use your trump entries to dummy to ruff the clubs good, and you can ruff 2 clubs high with the ace and the king. And you look at dummy's trumps, they're good enough to draw the remaining trumps and cash these clubs. Now, you are relying on spades breaking. If spades don't break, you might need some other things to happen. But what other possibilities are there? You're not going to be able to ruff the ace of hearts out. The hand on your left's going to have that, and you've got king jack to 4, and there's no kind of ruffing finesses or anything available. And if the 8 of clubs is a singleton, which you suspect it to be, you can't set you can't set the clubs up any other way, really. So how many tricks are you going to make? So this is weird. This is what's called a dummy reversal. You're effectively going to ruff 2 clubs in your hand high with the hand with the long trumps, and dummy reversals are difficult to spot. Our declarer didn't spot this, so they drew 2 rounds of trumps and then thought about what to do. Well, it's too late now. You actually haven't got the entries to dummy to set the clubs up and get back to them. What you needed to do is play a club at trick 2, and then you're using your drawing trump entries to get to dummy to rough the clubs good. So we got plus 200 there. We were defending this, so it was a decent board for us. But it's been a bit of a wobbly start to the set 2. Nothing horrendously bad, but mistakes have been made. We got 53% on the bridge, mate. Thought it might be a tad higher, but maybe it'll be like the first set, and you know. Did we deserve 53%? Probably. I don't think we were as good this set. I don't think we had as many gifts, maybe. But you know, like we said, we did. Yeah, I did stuff. So I did stuff like this, and this one I didn't get punished on, but I did something weird here. So this is my hand. I've got King, Queen X, King 5th, Queen 1, Ace 10 1, and you were first to bid, and we agreed to open good 14's 1N. Is this a good 14? I think it's borderline. Your heart suit's pretty bad, and you've got Queen X of diamonds. So although if you're opening all 14 counts of 5-card suits, then yes, I should be opening this a no trump. And I would, with certain partners, with Andy and Matt, I'd probably open this a no trump. With Beans, he upgrades less, and so I kind of match my partner's style whenever I can, and so I opened a heart. And it gets you, if you don't open this a no trump, you get into some trouble. So partner bids a no trump, which is semi-forcing. And the problem is, partner could solve 11. They can't have a 3-card heart limit raise, but partner could still be like a balanced 11. And you have a 5-card suit and a 14 count. You could be missing games. So I bid 2 clubs. I kind of forced myself into not passing this because we might have game on. And over 2 clubs, partner bids 2 spades, which doesn't exist, so it must be a good club raise. All right, then. So opposite a maximum 1N and club support, I'm like, well, I've got a maximum. I just need to bid game now, so I didn't know what to bid. I bid 3N. There's no guarantee. Partner's got diamonds now, and anyway, it makes 10 tricks. We didn't get punished for it. I think they might have misdefended. I think they might have. I can't remember. I think maybe if Beans gets the club right, he might be able to make 11. But you can make 10, and you did make 10. Both major aces on side, so it's a bit lucky. And diamonds are 3-3. But the solution to this is to just upgrade it to a no trump. And if our rule is 14 counts with good 5-card suits, you just need to treat this as a 14 count with a good 5-card suit. Because if you're not passing a no trump response, your hand's too good to open a heart, I think. So got lucky there. If I open a no trump, it goes 3 no trumps and beans, and you know the lead things, and everything's lying well, and we get a flat board anyway. But obviously, I put myself into some situations. I have no idea whether 3N's right on the auction we had. So got away with that one, but didn't get away with some of the other ones. But we're through to next day. We've got a 55.5 and a 53 on the bridge, mate, which could be anything near that. And so Miki didn't play today. He's come in to maybe have a drink with some people. Maybe I'll see what the deal is, and then we're going to go home. He's made some bolognese on his day off, so that's quite nice. We're going to try and find him a game for tomorrow, but if we don't, we don't. So I'll be back with day 2 of Toronto next time you see me.